1, 2, 3, 4.
Such a beautiful view, 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 such a beautiful view. It's a combination. And so in one sense it's preparing for Kurmasana. So it's a hip opening posture. And then in another sense it's a arm balance. And it's kind of the first arm balance, the very first one. So that's major. And so you want to think about arm balance principles when you go about doing it. And technically Chaturanga Dandasana is not an arm balance, but to me it is. It's the actual first arm balance. And so all that work you do on that posture, Chaturanga, will improve your Bhujapidasana. And particularly when you do it with the Uddiyana Bandha feeling, with that wideness across the mid-back.
When you do Chaturanga like that?
Mm-hmm. When you do the Chaturanga, not letting this open and tipping the pelvis this way. And you keep the pelvis that way and this lifted up that I've been helping you with. Okay, so that first key is beautiful Chaturanga time after time, and Bhujapidasana is way easier. Okay, then second is have you watched my video on Bhakasana? So that's the feeling of Bhujapidasana. The dome-shaped back, and the feeling of Ananta. So Vishnu's vehicle. Each deity has an animal totem or a vehicle, and Vishnu he's got several of them. Hanuman, Garuda, but he also has Ananta, the serpent, and that in pictures it's depicted as a multi-headed snake that comes up over and forms an umbrella protecting him. And so that feeling is the feeling of the arm balance that you want to cultivate in your body. So when you do Bhujapidasana, that's the beginning of that, the very first one. In my world, you shoot the legs through to Dandasana, to jump through. And that is the exact feeling that you jump into Bhujapidasana and Kurmasana with. So this action, the crouch and spring, that is exactly Bhujapidasana. You crouch and spring the legs over and cross. There's no difference. There's small difference. Okay, so, and what is cool about it, or interesting and doable for everybody, is the feeling of the preparation and then the dynamism, so that you won't just jump and go. Right? That you actually get ready, and even if you don't clear the feet entirely, you're thinking about it. The feeling of where you're going is in front of you, not behind you. So I really want you to think that when you do that jump, this part of the body ends up here. So it doesn't stay back, right? So you're here and that way you want to feel. So look at that positioning. The whole body feeling is out and over. The legs, the torso, the head. You throw the legs outside the arms. See, that's better, I'll say, but even more. Commit to it. There's a commitment forward. The legs ascend. When you jump, they go that way, so that they can't nosedive. You're trying to do it dynamically, and but you also want to retake the position you do it, that's the smoke and mirrors part. So you jump, put this down, and then retake. So it's a very quick adjustment that you might not even notice. Did he put his foot down? The name of the posture is Bhujapidasana. So, right, the Bhuja is the arm and Pita is pressure. So you're trying to make the contact strong between the arm and the leg. Notice how she did this. She slotted one side at a time. So you want to try to get that leg as high up the upper arm as possible, right? But then, once you do that, then you want to lower the hips and lift up the feet. So you have to try to get the feet up high in this position. And then cross high. So you get to this position and you swing them. All right, then this is what you don't do. I'm going to exaggerate it. I call it the timber. Okay. So this is, you don't let all the weight come forward into your head. Okay? Instead, you have the hips heavy. Okay? Then they stay heavy. And you suck the legs up. The legs and the hips stay heavy, and then when you come forward, you keep your balance over the arms. That way. Okay, so that when you're going and losing it this way, right? So you try to keep your weight back more and the hips down more. And then when you come, you'll be able to get up higher. Swing those legs and keep your head up. And the hips down, that's right. Then keep this planted. Okay, you ready? Mm-hmm. Now, keep the hips low and start to go down. That's right. Feeling as much as possible, balancing on the arms. Okay, now come up. Okay, now straighten the legs. Both. There you go. Now we'll get to what to do after that. So the exit, it is true that at first the one leg at a time method is good. Okay, so you start off. But when you do that one leg at a time, the feeling I want you to try to have is the Bhujapidasana shape. So you're committing yourself forward and round. And so basically, it's a hinge action. It goes, only that. It's only that lower leg that really has a lot of activity. So you pull the legs up under you. At the same time as keeping the hips heavy. It's an interesting combination. That is exactly what happens in Bhujapidasana. The feet, they go right up under you, but that doesn't lift the hips. The hips stay anchored and down, the coccyx dropping. All right, so it's one at a time. And you stay out forward, and then
And so the dynamic part, David, is more just being able to really swing it back and lift the legs up?
Yeah, and remember, it's an emptying of the lungs that sets it up. Very aponic feeling. Then breathe in and swing the legs, suck this that way. And it's quite dynamic. So straight, then exhale. Straighten the legs completely. All right, now stay forward and both legs swing them. That's right. And then
they slide.
But they slide, but you have to hoist them back up and stay forward. Try again. Here you go. Swing. That way. Yeah. but you have to shift yourself forward. Even more. Yeah, and balance. Yes.
So
Okay.
that's what Scott needs to develop, is getting to the Bhujapidasana.
Getting to the Bhujapidasana position. It's easy to bypass that Bhujapidasana position and just move on. That's better? Yeah, then as you jump back, stay forward. Shift forward. You can work at it like this. And just try. It'll help you find the immovable spot. And you can really work the legs up and press down through the hands.
Keep trying.
There you go.
I don't know.
Yeah, this helps you to look up. Yeah. So now just lift your seat off of that. That's right. And keep your head up. See, this is good. Yeah, nice.
So this is for someone who would be afraid of going all the way down.
Yeah, or that's having trouble here. So you could go like that. And it would make it easier to start walking the feet back.
Yeah.
Now press the ground. Feel the weight transferring back, even the littlest bit. Yeah. All right, now what? Lift it, sort of fall back, yes. And see, it teaches this part of the jump back so beautifully, this exposure forward. You have to be out over there. As soon as you lean back and hesitate back here, it won't do it. To stay right out over. It's such a beautiful view. Right out here, look at that. And even feel it when you're doing Bhujapidasana. Look at that place. Wow, it's super. And that's where you want to stay the whole time. Whoa. All the way through into Chaturanga. Remember the economy of it all. Every position is so much like the other. And that it's kind of funny, surprising, and nice once you start tuning into it. How similar they are, and so how little movement is actually needed to go from one thing to another.
3, 4.